Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having an amazing day. Happy Saturday to you and your family. Taking a quick look here at HBAR. I'll try to make it fast. I just kind of touch on a couple of things here, of course, because we did just take a nice, awesome short, basically from the top to the bottom here on our for our community, essentially in our Discord there. So congrats again to everyone for taking those profits. What is it? HBAR. Wait, nope. Hold on. There she is. 41% in 3 days. Again, that's only 5x leverage. A lot of my members use 20x to take that trade, but very well done again. Also, congrats on our injective trade there. We're still got that open. We got 2 profit targets out of 5, 55% there as well. Then, of course, 94% for SHIB, which I will plan to cover here soon. So again, I know I get a lot of requests for that. Just know it's on the list. That said, though, for HBAR, what we want to talk about here is some key level supports, resistance levels. We're also going to talk a little bit about Elliott Wave and how we could actually see further downside here for HBAR, and just generally what this looks like here. So again, if you're new to the channel, not a financial advisor, I do love teaching people to trade. I hope you can learn something here today. If you do want to become a better trader, cryptocash.tech is the site. Link down below where you can register to essentially learn more. All right, so we got, again, fantastic Discord, of course, not just with signals, but with some amazing, awesome community members. We're all here happy to help with each other, and I got some awesome trade results, our request section where we can all learn and grow together there too. So just phenomenal stuff. Discord is free, so just ask a quick favor, jump on over to Discord, get engaged in conversation, have a good time there. It's really awesome whether or not you're part of our premium group. Okay, regardless of that fact, we do have a premium membership discount this month for summer sale. It's basically a summer sale, so link down below, check that out in your own time. So with HBAR, what we want to talk about, couple of things that are important. Okay, first and foremost, we want to recognize the fact that we have some pretty decent amount of volume here at this level. Okay, so again, the price is rejecting out of that key level resistance based on volume. Okay, so right there, we can see right there about 6.6 cents. Between 6.3 and 6.6, we have the largest amount of volume accumulation. Okay, that'll oftentimes work as a resistance level. Trying to break through it, it makes sense as to why today's candlestick is having difficulty closing above that. Again, we're still 5 hours out from today's candlestick close. Day is still early. It's not a confirming factor, but it is something to recognize. We got a tentative resistance there at 0.382, right around 66 cents. Furthermore, we take a look at some traditional indicators here. We can kind of see RSI, we got a nice little bounce off 50. Money flow index is high. Stochastic is starting to swing upwards. So there's potential for this continuation to continue much further up. All right. So bear in mind that's a good momentous trend. We can see that. We also got a MACD bounce, for lack of a better term. So all in all, HBAR has recovered quite nicely from that short, or that position in which the price actually came down that low. You can see this is when Bitcoin retraced. Hopefully, what is it? $1.5 billion in volume and traded in 5 minutes. We saw what, a 10% 5-minute candle. Insanity, absolute insanity, caused complete pandemonium in the market. Thankfully, we had some shorts open to offset our longs, but generally speaking, that is what you can see there with the price wicking down that low. So to me, this wick should never have happened. The price could have continued down here to bounce, but the bottom line, this previous resistance turn support at 5.7 is a key level there where we shouldn't see a price point lower than that moving forward. It held very strong after we broke through it, and you can see it holding nice here today. Okay, so again, really cool stuff there for HBAR. So the daily looks fairly bullish, right? We can disseminate that we're looking pretty good. We got some support at 0.57, basically, or 5.7 cents rather, upwards of about 6 even. So 5.7 to 6 is a nice solid support range. Okay, so again, if the price does pull back, that would be a decent place to consider dollar cost averaging if this is a long-term picture coin for you. Taking a look at the 4 hour, we can see we've hit that plateau, right? 6.6 holding strong there. Prices having difficulty crossing that plane. Again, the more candle wicks above that, the better. So there is potential for the price to break upwards. We are seeing somewhat of a pennant pattern here forming where the price action is retesting in this range and might just break upward. So it does make more sense based on the overall momentum that the price will continue higher from here. But once more, you got to keep in mind, we are establishing tentatively lower highs. And that is somewhat of a shift in momentum. Speaking of shift in momentum, let's talk about Elliott Wave here just so you can kind of note. Keep in mind, this candle wick here is a little aggressive. Shouldn't have happened, honestly. So we may not see a price point as low as 4.4. But if this does come to full fruition, we can see that based on Elliott Wave, we've hit our 5th wave, basically short-term and long-term waves, basically implying that we've hit a higher high 3 times and 2 higher lows, which is typically followed by 2 lower lows and 1 lower high. We've seen a lower low already. We're tentatively in on our lower high, which would imply this 3rd wave effectively to the downside would be lower than the most recent low. Okay, so oftentimes we will see that happen. This hasn't officially occurred yet because we don't know if this is the top yet, but if the price starts to retrace, we start coming down here to 0.6 level, it would make a lot more sense for it to continue lower. Okay, again, the only thing that would hold us in place is if we were to pull back to this level about 6.3 and bounce off this most recent high, that would be a consideration for further upside. Okay, so again, I'm looking for a candlestick closure today on the daily above 6.3. That'd be kind of the easy way to summarize what I just talked about there. If we close below 6.3, I think further downside would make a lot more sense. All right, so that's the 4-hour time frame. Decent, but not fantastic. Take a look at the hourly. Let's see here. What we want to talk about on the hourly, it'd be just a couple of small little things. So first of all, take a look at the Ichimoku cloud. And when we pull this guy up here, a lot of times when you're range bound, it'll stay within a specific range, but this hasn't been very range bound lately. It's been jumping up and down, and we're back up above the cloud here. So this is a very positive sign, the overall sense of things. But once more, lag and span is soon intersect with the price action, implying we could have to close this position as far as a long position is concerned. In other words, taking profit soon would be advantageous if you're in a long. That being said, though, conversion lines above the baseline, we still have momentum, so it may not be all that beneficial to close your entire position. Again, take some small profits. That being said, also, third, last, and probably most important aspect of the cloud is the cloud itself, right? So Ichimoku cloud has this indicator kind of telling us, based on moving averages, the price action would need to break below this level for us to be considered bearish. Coincidentally, the lagging indicator here essentially is telling us that we can see at 6.3 we have that support. So again, a closure today above 6.3 should warrant further upside. If we close below that, we'll be traveling within the cloud, possibly below, and I think we might see that Elliott wave come to complete fruition. So again, all in all, we're in a pretty good position here for HBAR. I'm not saying to close your position, but soon, if we maintain this price point and don't go any higher, then it would probably be a consideration to consider taking some profits and to effectively be able to let the rest ride. I try to teach that to my community as much as possible. A lot of our members are really good at that. And what it is basically just, you close a position, percent of your position, and you leave a small percent left. In other words, like for example, say you took a long position right here, you caught the dip, and you're in profit right now. So instead of selling a full 100% at this point, it'd be advantageous maybe to consider 50, 60, 70% right here. And then of course the price pulls back, you'll be good, you can let it ride and still have potential profits later. If the price continues to increase, you still have skin in the game and you still benefit from that. So it's almost always a win-win, because again, you'll never be profitable as a trader if you never take profits, right? That's exactly why we have specific profit targets in place. Like for example, if we take a look at this injective trade that I took, we had multiple entry targets and multiple sell targets. Okay? Again, the important thing is to have multiple targets, in my personal opinion. That's how you can stay above and beyond the competition, or just in general be more successful. Okay. Again, selling your entire position here wouldn't be terrible if you're confident that's going to turn around. But since we don't, we're in this transition, it makes a lot more sense to take some profits, let the rest ride, and see what happens there, and set adjust your stop loss to break even wherever you got in as soon as you've already taken those profits. That way, if it pulls back, you walk away in the green. Okay, again, little strategies, different things. Those are all things I teach in my Trading Academy, which is available as a premium member if you want to consider that. Thank you again so much for joining me here. Hope you had a great learning experience. Help join our Discord, of course. This is a free opportunity. You don't have to use a premium service. Furthermore, too, help us grow our Twitter community. And obviously, we have a Telegram as well, linked down below for that if you're curious about what that looks like. Okay, so again, awesome stuff here. We greatly, love to be able to work with you. There's some really cool things here, and I do, enjoy interacting with my community daily. So I look forward to working with you if there is such a thing. Have yourself a great rest of the day. We'll see you in the next one. Take good care of yourself.